Yo, what's up guys, it's Kes and welcome back to another Genshin video, and in today's fancy majestical video I have something kind of special planned which I've been waiting about a week to do now, which is the Battle Pass review. This will mainly cover the base Battle Pass, which is obviously the one you get for free just by playing the game. Free, you know, all the blah 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 stuff, you get rewards. And then the paid version, which I forgot the name, but I'll put it up on screen of what it's actually called in Genshin. I think it's like a Gnostic Hymn or something like that. So I will be reviewing the whole thing, either separately and entirely towards the end as like a conclusion type thing. Hey guys, before the video starts, I just wanted to tell you that I've recently partnered with Dubby Energy, a top-notch gamer supplement brand designated to provide natural, clean energy with no artificial colouring, no sugar, and 0 calories. It gives you the boost you need for gaming without the side effects such as crashing, shakes, or anxiety. Check out the link in the description for 10% off, or use code KES at checkout to help support me too. But yeah, let's get back to the video. So I think, to just go straight into it, let's start with the base free battle pass which everyone gets. So I counted all these up total, and by the end, let's say you get max rank 50 in the free pass, you'll get 27 adventures experience, which is like the rare XP stuff. And then you get 96 mystic enhancement ore, which is obviously the weapon upgrade stuff. And then you get 720,000 Amora, decent amount honestly. 5 fragile resin, pretty generous. 5 acquaint fate, I'd rather intertwined, but yeah. And then 36 hero's wit. So for a free pass, this is kind of lacking, in my personal opinion anyway. I think they could have definitely boosted up the hero's wit, wishes, and resin count, and even more, honestly. I think the 96 mystic enhancement ore is fine. I think that's pretty decent, almost 100, you know. It is slightly low if you get to the higher level weapons, but I think as a base standard, this is quite generous, honestly. I think only getting 5 fragile resin is really tough, because obviously at the start of the game, by the time you're around AR 50-ish, you'll have over 70 resin saved up. So why do they only give such small amounts to players who are still playing the game past the early basis? I don't understand this thing about Hoyo, who insist on making resin the biggest crutch in the game and yet give you none. I think personally, resin is one of my biggest issues with Genshin Impact. I think it's a very easy fix. There's a few things I've already recommended in past videos, such as my Genshin review. Make sure to check that out, by the way, if you haven't. So I think when it comes to the Battle Pass, it's really important to give the player more resin than just 5 fragile. Because if we count that up total, that's, what, around 300, 400 resin. So it's nothing too special. That's maybe a few artifacts, which probably won't even be good. But that is Genshin, obviously. I can't complain too much as this is the free side, but I just think boosting up those spikes of resin would be nice. Same with Hero's Wit. I'd rather just a full-on get around 60 Hero's Wit rather than get an Adventures experience, as no one uses that. Everyone uses Hero's Wit. Ley lines are just how you get Hero's Wit. It just, everyone does it, you know? It's common knowledge past mid-game onwards. The Mora, 720,000, it's a generous number, sure, but at the same time you have to consider that as you get in the higher level of talents and upgrades, it's around 260 plus thousand Mora per upgrade. So if you look at it from like a mid-game to end-game standpoint, this Mora will cover maybe 2 talents max. I think as a free thing, they could definitely swap these to about 1.5 to 2 million Mora by 15 to 20 fragile resin. Actually, that might be a bit too high for Hoyo. Maybe around 10 fragile resin. I think the Acquainted Fates, I think giving you 5, although it is low, I think it is kind of fair for a free pass, but I would rather have these swapped to Intertwined. If you swap these to Intertwined, that's 5 Intertwined, that's decent, no one will really complain. And then, obviously, Heroes Wit before, just swap that up to around 50, 60, maybe pushing around 75. But yeah, there's not really much else to say on the free pass, so I'll just go straight into the paid version. Okay, so unlike the free version of the Battle Pass, the Gnostic Hymn I believe it is called. Obviously, I'll put it up on screen if I'm wrong. You get 126 Hero's Wit, 288 Mystic Enhancement Ore, 2.1 million Mora, 680 Primo Gems, 5 Fragile Resin, 4 Intertwined Fate. You get a bunch of rare type stuff which just give you the materials users, like the books or the little scrolls. Then you get 2 of the purple ones, 4-star scrolls, books, whatever you want to call them. And then obviously, as everyone knows, you get a battle pass weapon. Improvements on this. Actually, I'll just cover the rewards and what I think of them right now. I think the Hero's Wit for a paid version is a bit low. Although 126 is generous, I'm not going to lie. The battle pass is around £10. For me, I think it's maybe around $15 if you're in America. I don't know about yen. I don't know about Canadian dollars. I think Hero's Wit could use an upgrade. 288 Mystic Enhancement Ore. I'm totally fine with this again. The Mora, 2.1 million. Yeah, honestly, I think I am fine with this. Although some people would want more, I think this is a fine number. Primo Gems, 680. I believe that is around 4 wishes. Don't quote me as I'm not the greatest at math. 5 Fragile Resin. I'd much rather have that boosted up again. But yeah, I think that obviously the Battle Pass weapon, I'd rather have 2, but wouldn't everyone? You know, it's maybe a bit greedy. But yeah, the Battle Pass weapon is always solid. I'll get to that in a moment. Hero's Wit. I'll boost it up from 126 to around 240, maybe pushing 250. You might be thinking that is a lot, and sure, but I believe it's around 400 Hero's Wit to get a character from 0 to 90. Don't quote me, because I recently built Yelan, and I think I saw on Genshin.gg it's around that. But yeah, 126, it's not enough to build a character. Even if you include the 36 from the free pass as well, it's still nowhere near. So that definitely needs a boost up. Mora, like I said before, I'm relatively fine with this. Obviously a boost up to 3 million would be better, but everyone just wants more, so fair enough. The Primo Gems, I think this could easily and should be boosted up. I think it's kind of a scam, you only get 4 wishes here. For $9.99, you could buy 2 Welkins, which I don't know how many wishes each Welkin gives you as a total, but let's just say it's 15 for this example. 680 Primos is 4 wishes. And then you obviously get 4 Intertwined, that's 8 wishes total for $9.99. Sure, you could argue that you get other rewards to make up the money between the difference between this and Welkins, but at the same time, like, why are they giving you less than a temple? I think for buying this, at minimum, like bare minimum, you should get a temple. Honestly, I'd even argue that for every 10 levels, you get a temple for an event banner. Because how do they expect, with the rate they're going, obviously with updates and character releasing, how do they expect players to have every character, or at least try every character, by the time Shneznaya comes, by the time the last DLC comes? It's just, at the current rate they're going, it's impossible. There's going to be people in 2 years who recently joined Genshin, and then won't even know who half the cast are, yet alone ever even see them come up in the game on the banners. So we need to get more wishes, we need to get more characters. I've mentioned this many times, it's something I'm really passionate about. I think they really need to increase the amount of wishes players are getting. They really need to increase the amount of characters shown on each banner. But yeah, I won't get into this whole rant here, so I'll move on to Resin. 5 Fragile Resin. It was fine for the free banner, for the free pass, but this is not good. 5 Fragile Resin for paying money. Like, you buy the battle pass for materials, right? You buy it to help your game, to increase your actual rewards in account level. Well, by level I mean multiple things like skill in Genshin, your just overall experience within Genshin is what I meant to say. So giving you 5 Fragile Resin, which is the most important material in the game. Resin, by far, everyone will agree, Resin is Genshin, literally. You play Genshin to spend Resin. That's pretty much how it is. So I think at minimum here, there should be 25. Straight up, 25 Fragile Resin as a base. I would argue the same, saying you get 10 per 10 levels, but I think it's better to get 5 per 5 levels. And then by the time you get up it's going to be around 25, 30-ish. So I just think 5 fragile resin is a joke. I'm just going to straight up say it. It's a joke. There should be more. I don't know why there isn't. If someone in the comments could explain why there's such little fragile resin in the game, for players who obviously have done the Archon quests, their max AR, why do you get 0 resin? Literally. Past there though, we have the base intertwined wishes. Obviously I mentioned this before of the primo gems. I think I'm just going to combine those statements into one and say every 10 ranks you get a 10 pull. I think that's a fair system. I think I'd pay money for that, and I think that would improve the character situation by a lot. And then the weapons. I'm not too experienced with weapons as I've mainly been building characters at the moment. If you saw any of my past building videos, you'll understand how, I guess like, what's the word? I don't want to say like stupid, but I'm just not very smart when it comes to weapons. I haven't researched them. I don't know half of them. I don't know what's good. I don't know what's bad. All I know is 5-star good, 4-star bad, literally. However, for this, when I bought it, I might show you on screen going through the pass. I got Serpent Spine. Serpent Spine is the best, or one of the best ones in the pass total. Works really well on Beto. Works really well on people like Diluc. That video will be out soon, by the way. Maybe Saturday. That might be Saturday's video, or I might be doing a tier list video on Saturday. I don't know. Don't quite remember. But yeah. So we obviously have Serpent Spine being really good. We have Sacrificial Jade, another really good weapon. We have Deathmatch, another really good weapon. That's all I can think of right now. But yeah, in total, I think this paid pass could definitely use improvements. Same for the free one, honestly. Like, some people might be commenting saying that's a bit too much, that's a bit too high expectations for Hoyo. They are out to make money, and yeah, that's a fair enough statement. Genshin is a free game. You can't forget that. However, I think when it comes to buying stuff on the free game, such as the Battle Pass, such as, actually Welkins are perfect. I have no problems with Welkins. Perfect system, yeah. Yeah, but such as the Battle Pass, such as Genesis Crystals, I think they need to be less greedy. Because the people who play Genshin got the free game because it was free, but now want to spend money on it because of how much of a good game Genshin is. And you can't lie, even if you hate anime, you hate gachas, you hate everything about the style, Genshin is a popular game. It's one of the most popular in the world. It literally created a genre of gacha game. Well, I don't know if it created, there was a few before, obviously, like, I think Zelda kind of classes, Pokemon, I guess you can kind of class. But for this type of game, Genshin created this genre. Created the trends. So I think if you want to spend money on it, you should be rewarded in a fair amount. And these rewards, maybe in patch 1.1, 1.2, 2.0, maybe 3.0. I haven't really looked into too much of that patch. But yeah, I think it could have worked there. But now that we're going into 5.0, we have more characters, we have more people to build, we have more reasons to farm resin, we have more people to use wishes on. We need to see updates on these results. This is amateur, literally. This is stuff I'd get on the demo of Genshin, and I'm here playing the full game 5.0 and I'm getting 126 heroes with. What is that supposed to, like, what does that do? Seriously. I recently made a, well, I've made the video but I haven't uploaded it. I've done a Diluc building video. 126 heroes wit, done nothing for me. I had to literally save like 4 or 5 days of just spamming quests, story quests, which I will do a separate video on soon. I'm loving story quests. They're amazing, amazing rewards, amazing lore, but yeah, not this video's topic. 126 heroes wit does nothing. Even if you add the free pass, does nothing. We need modernized passes for these games. Even Fortnite have upgraded theirs. Even Apex Legends have upgraded theirs. Like, all these different games which do the battle pass system are upgrading, and I don't know why Hoyo just love to stay in the past, giving us the same horrible results over and over. Even in events, getting 30 primos per thing. Like, yes, the event's free, fair enough, I can't complain too much, but it's like, come on, at least give us like, I don't, like, this stuff comes out daily, right? So at least give us one wish a day. Even if we done all events in a month, even if we bought the pass, we still wouldn't be able to pull the 5-star in that month. Like, what's the point? If you grind every day, and I mean just on events, just on these, obviously you're not playing the game, this is completely out, like, excluding playing the game, you still wouldn't get a 5-star. You then have to also put multiple hours, multiple weeks into playing the game to get a 5-star. It's very different for someone like me in the content position, because obviously, if I see a video or if I see a character, I don't view it as just a simple, oh yeah, that would be cool to play. I think, how would that improve my current channel? How would that improve my account for the future, you know? But that's very situational for content creators. So, you know, that's a little, but anyway, getting out of that content creator thing. Like I said before, needs to be modernized. The weapons are great. I think, again, you should probably get 2, but, or at least you should be able to get 1 and then refine it at rank 50. But yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to say in this video. It was just a quick Battle Pass review, I guess you could call it. What would I rate this Battle Pass out of 10? Honestly, a 6.5 out of 10. The hero's wit is just too low. The resin is too low. The Mora, honestly, not bad. The Mystic Enhancement Ore, not bad. But yeah, that's all I really have to say on this. See you guys.